Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we are back with the game reviews, this one being the Sydney Swans versus Gold Coast Suns, as that is the one that we are now up to, given that we covered the GWS versus Hawthorn game yesterday, and so we are back into the game reviews for the next couple of days, covering the rest of the round, and then that'll leave us with 5 games to do, which will be getting into the trade targets on Wednesday, the last video of Wednesday, or maybe we'd save that for the Thursday and then the Friday, or do we have Thursday games? So yeah, we might need to do the trade review, trade targets on the well, we can probably leave that till the Thursday, given that there'll be trade targets. Then there'll be also the team preview, and then also the video for the tips. I keep on muddling my words there, but those will be the videos for the next couple days, sort of outlining it, etc. But anyway, let's get into this game review here. So, as you see here, Cynthia Hamilton, 85, top scored for the Swans. You had Whitford and Rowbottom just ahead of her anyway for the Suns, but Cynthia Hamilton on an 85, better option than the likes of Too Good. In the end, kind of sucks. I'd like to see what was her CBAs. Let me just check this. What was her CBAs? Because she's been flicking back and forth and had 50% CBAs, but last week had 69 points off of 14, and then had a 37 pointer off of 47% CBA. So she kind of goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Sophia Hurley, kind of shocked. She had an 85, but it's also good in the long run that she wasn't scoring, or for next year that she didn't score dramatically well. So that's a good thing for next year, that she's holding her average in the 80s. But it does suck to not see her score well, but I think she's just one that's going to profit off of it. She's, I think, starting to get into that range of, if we just go to Sophia Hurley, I think she's 21, might be 22. So she's 20, she's not even 21 yet. She turns 21 in January. And yeah, she's just someone that I think is definitely on the rise, and she's now got 6 tons in her game so far. You can see it up here. An average of 88, so I think it's 85. It's also a good thing that she didn't score dramatically well, but has shown that she can tackle everything at will. She's now up to 7.3 tackles for the year, and so yeah, she's in and around that tackle marker that she was last year, and in and around the disposal marker that she was last year. Are those? So those are 31, 30, 43 touches in the last 2 games, and yeah, okay. So she's slightly down on handballs, but massively up on kicks. So yeah, I expect her to really be able to rise up next year. I think with a better midfield as well as a better ruck, it should help her out next year. So I think that she's one to look at. McAvoy's 72. I think she just needs to move into the back line. I think her, or off the half-forward flank, honestly, at this point. Getting her off the wings or even out of the middle is probably the best thing for the Swans, as she's just a little bit too fumbly with the footy and doesn't really use the ball as well. So probably actually off the half-forward flank is probably the best for her. Privatelli, 64 as a key forward. Not the worst, actually. 2 goals as well. She's just being hung out to dry with having Ham as the secondary forward out there. Is probably not the greatest idea in the long run, but that's just for the rest of the season until they find someone in the draft, I would suspect. But yeah, she's just doing her job. Privatelli heads got up to a 62, which was really well done from her. She just does a lot of the non-disposal work, which is just getting her up to a decent score, but they just need her down back. It's as simple as that. She's done it 2 weeks in a row where she's almost saved the game and given them the ability to win it, off the back of a massive tackle, game-saving tackle, run-down tackle, where a person's running into the open goal and she lays a tackle. So, yeah, just put her down back, stop her on the wing. She doesn't work on the wing. Get wingers in that can actually do it. Maybe you even just get Jade Ellinger in, or Gunjaka that we've been, not Gunjaka, sorry, Junica that we've been talking about as well, or that will get more reference. Use those girls as, if they can bring in Ellinger, that is, use those girls as wingers, and put Ella Heads and McAvoy in their better positions, because it will work out better for the Swans. Tarrant, 60. Probably shouldn't be using the ball out from the back half, given her kick-ins aren't the greatest, but she's one of the best one-on-one defenders and intercept defenders that you've seen in the AFLW this year. Grindon, I thought her work, I think she got time in the midfield, I want to say. Her point of difference in the midfield, if she did get any CBAs, which it doesn't look like she did, but her midfield work around the stoppages was actually really good. So I think that's one that they should potentially explore, maybe even putting her on ball a couple times in the latter half of this year. As well, as I think she's one that could potentially be a point of difference, like a Tom Papley type in the midfield next year. Monham, 55, she did a lot of work in the second half. Her disposal use probably isn't the greatest, but it is what it is. And yeah, she's just one that's sort of riding out this year, getting games under her belt. But yeah, her disposal use wasn't the greatest, but it is what it is. Stein, 51, Bullas, 45. Bullas is just sort of a filler for this year, I think, with Gardner and also Malloy out still. So it is what it is there. Kennedy, 43, just wasn't able to. Was a hard tag, I think, on Rowbottom and also Whitford at times, but I think mostly Rowbottom, and she did what she did to repel Rowbottom, but yeah, just couldn't do too much. And then you've got here, and I think the free kicks are all down the bottom, that's why. I was going to say where are all the free kicks, but they're all down the bottom. William Collier, 40, Sergeant Williams, 40, McCarthy, 40 as a small forward, did all right. Cooper, 39, 2 free kicks against, 6 tackles. Probably her ball use needs to improve in the off-season, in the summer, but it is what it is with that. And I think she'll be one that can be a really good tagger or just lock down sort of more that defensive midfielder in for the Swans. I think she can grow as a midfielder. If we just look at her CBAs, I think we'll find around about that 40 or 50 marker again, I would think. 0% CBA is actually used predominantly as a forward, and that's why her scoring fell off a little bit. But yeah, just did well around the stoppages then if she was used there, as she was definitely used around the stoppages. Last week had the tagging role, this week not so much. Would like to see her get more midfield time, as she's probably one for the future there. Hamilton just got stuffed over in the ruck, 7 free kicks against, 4 free kicks for. Missed 2 easy shots at goal, which would have been definitely more useful. Had she slotted them, and the Swans probably would have had a chance to win it, given they lost by 4 points. At least it wasn't a 3-point loss. We've had enough of them for this year. Zaghetti, 32, just don't know why she's being played, to be honest. Probably just, as I was saying with Bullas, just being played there because in the midfield, just because they needed an extra body. Mitchell, 32, key defender. Lachlan, 32, even though Lachlan had a 22-point first quarter, she surpassed it simply as. And then Gazelle Davies, 14, had 5 free kicks in a ruck. 12 free kicks. There was 16 ruck free kicks in the game. That's how crazy it was, or at least from the Swans' perspective. Whitford, 88, she did really well, 22 touches, 5 tackles. Rowbottom, 22 touches, 8 tackles, but more free kicks against for her and no goal. That's why she ended up second top scorer for the game, 87. Dupuy, absolutely huge in the last quarter. Got the winning goal, as well as the game-saving mark as the Swans rapidly ran it down the near side wing. With about 20 seconds to go to try it from their defensive 50, and she took the intercept. Bella, 69, profited a lot off the free kicks for. Barwick, 47, she did pretty well as well, but gave away a lot of free kicks. So did Single. Single was on about 2 at halftime or something like that, -2 at quarter time. She was not having a good game in the first quarter or so. Let me actually just double check that for you guys here. Then we go to the Sydney Gold Coast game here, and then the quarter by quarter, if you will allow me to. Thank you. Quarter by quarter, you will see Lucy Single 0 and then 7. As you see here, she had like 3 free kicks in the first quarter or something on the first half against, and it just didn't help her out for her scoring. Bohanna, 40, Darcy Davies, Fitzpatrick, Govan, Stanton, Oliver as well, 36. We talk about her in the recap video. Clayton, Kvyat, Wilson, Fullerton, Moya, and then Darcy Davies, 26, just didn't get going. Was on 11 at quarter time or something, and then 2, 7, and 6, just didn't get going, as simple as that. I'd need to check her time, but I think it was just one of those stinker games in general, and it was compounded by like all the other girls that I had. She had 44% CBAs as well, so just a stinker game. It just was compounded by Too Good, Randall, as well as the Newton, Sheeran, and as well as who went off, Gay, going off in the defender line. So it's just a lot of things compounding in that week, I guess, in week 8 for the defenders. But anyway, Daisy Darcy had a stinker, but I think she'll return back to her best. 3 free kicks against didn't help, but that's still only getting her to a 35. And that pretty much is the video there, going through it. Not much to talk about, to be honest with you. Sydney just getting through the rest of the year, trying to get a high draft pick, but they did lose another close one. Gold Coast get off the mark for the year, which is a good thing for them. but not much fancy relevance, I don't think, out of this game. Don't think Rowbottom has any fancy relevance here. She, at the moment for the rest of the year, she's just out of form. Whitford as well, she got back into it, but don't think she'll be hitting the 110s that you sort of need. As well as Daisy Darcy just having a stinker, and the umpires deciding they wanted like 60 free kicks in this game. Doesn't help their fancy, I don't think, model in general, as free kicks tend to, well, they actually score all right, but a lot of, they actually give away what in the end, it's only a +1 for a kick rather than a +3 in general. So it actually, does negate a lot of points, especially when they go against the Stars. But anyway, that is the video. If you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more game recaps. Bye, guys.